today. Oh, it's been about a week since Pokemon Legends ZA launched, and a lot of people, us included, have been enjoying the game. So why is it so controversial? Why is there so much capital D discourse on this lovely, beautiful, sweet little game?
It's true. This is somehow one of the most controversial games of the year, and I think there's some long-term things that some fans have been continually bringing up, but it does feel like there's sort of a clash happening of people, people raising these concerns that they have, but also these other people saying, Please just let me enjoy this in peace. So today we're going to be digging into that and kind of sharing how we feel about it. But we've been playing the game. We got more to say about kind of our experiences and our progress as well.
We're like deep in the game now. We shared our initial sub 5 hour impressions when the game first came out last week. But now we're in it. Yes. We are in it, and we have things to say. Also happening, as you are listening to this podcast, maybe not, the Kirby Air Riders 1 hour presentation by Mr. Sakurai has happened.
Right, we'll talk more about that in the news.
Yeah.
So that popped up this morning, and we haven't actually decided what that means for this here episode of this podcast that you're listening to. You know, because you're listening to it. As of now, of us recording it, we don't know what we're going to do. Maybe it'll be out early, maybe it'll be out late. Maybe we'll stick to the normal schedule. Who knows? These things are always on a Thursday, which is a little disruptive for us, but it'll be fine.
It's fine. It'll be fun.
We'll probably have some sort of a reaction to this. If you have, again, maybe it's already out there. Maybe it's coming soon. Be on the lookout for it, why don't you?
Exactly. Yes. Things are happening all around us.
Exactly.
Other things happening all around us is we are still in the wonderful spooky month, and we are gearing up to record our October spoiler cast for Luigi Mansion 3, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
Now,
So that means it's about time for you to start playing the game, huh?
Right. I'm playing Pokemon, man. I've been playing the Pokemons.
Pokemon is the spoiler cast game for November.
Correct.
We should say.
Yes.
So we're playing that game. We are going to do a spoiler cast on that game, but we need a bit more time to properly
dig into it more.
Give it its proper paces.
Right.
Yes.
I was going to say, are you going to let me lime jello you in the spoiler cast?
No. Guigi gunked me? No.
Yeah. No?
No.
Really?
Why me? I've been gunked before.
That means you wouldn't mind being gunked again?
It's your turn to get gunked. Put on a trash bag. Just wear a trash bag. Here it goes.
I really want to.
Great.
Not I want to do it to you.
Oh, no.
We'll do it outside so we don't make a mess in the studio.
I don't want to. Once was enough.
It kind of hurt, huh?
No, but it's just, so we should say, we're referring to a classic Nintendo Minute episode where we were doing something with the developers of Next Level Games, and I think we were doing multiplayer, and the loser got Guigi gunked, which was green jello.
Mm-hmm. I had to make a lot of green jello in advance.
I ended up being the one getting gunked, and I think it was the game director, Bryce, who was he had some animosity in his approach.
And it was like, splat!
It was really
crazy.
And it's an interesting feeling to get struck with jello.
I think I might have this video, so I will put it in this podcast so you can relive it a little bit.
Right.
And I believe it was team battles. Like, our team lost to them, which is not a surprise because they made this game.
Well, you didn't get gunked.
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
He was so
afraid
to throw it at me that he missed me on purpose though. So I only got a little, it was like a stray bullet of Luigi green jello.
It was like a few steps below being hit with a Nerf ball, where it's like, okay, it's soft, but it's got an interesting.
There's force to it. Yes. Have you ever been slapped by a tortilla?
No, I haven't.
So we were playing that game when that was popular with Mike and Monica.
What is the game where you get slapped with tortillas?
You're supposed to lose a bet and get slapped, whatever. So we tried, and I thought that it was not going to be that painful because how painful could a soft tortilla
I think that could hurt a lot, actually.
It hurt so bad.
Who did it? Who got to slap you?
Mike Sue slapped me. Oh. And I think I saw stars.
Mike Sue's about to get canceled.
I almost blacked out because it would hurt and it was pow, really hard.
Wow.
So anyways, and also, last thing about green jello
Krysta was concussed with a tortilla.
I know, right? It was actually really painful. Don't do that, you guys.
Is this like the thing where you see in a TikTok?
Yeah, it's like a TikTok.
They put a piece of cheese on a cat? Or is it on a baby?
On a baby.
On a crying baby. You put a piece of cheese on a crying baby and it will stop. Because it's like so bewildered, like what just happened?
What just happened
Why
to
is
me?
there a piece of
A
cheese
cheese
on
on me?
my face? Maybe it's just like that.
The tortilla?
We'll do an SAT style analogy. Cheese is to babies
As
as
tortilla
tortillas
is
are to
to
Krysta,
Krysta.
as Guiji Gunk is to
It's to
Kit.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know how hard it was to find green Jello?
Really?
I went around to so many
Gotta
stores.
go to some hospitals or something? Or?
I was like, where do I go for?
They don't have that anymore? That's a classic.
It's a classic, but I think the dye may not be.
Oh, it's like illegal now.
It's illegal now.
Banned in California or something.
Like that. Some sort
you
of
need to
fruit.
cross state lines.
I need to
to
go to like
Guiji
Nevada
Gunk.
to get like green Jello. I feel like I went to like at least 4 or 5 stores.
Right.
And then I finally found it and I bought out the entire thing.
Right.
Like all the green Jello.
I'm going to Mexico to pick up my pharmaceuticals and Guiji Gunk.
Okay, that was a lot of tangents. Other videos on the channel. We do have plenty of Pokemon content. If
Oh my
you
gosh,
want
we really
more
do.
Pokemon stuff. We
Yeah.
have plenty of videos about that. We also did a video about this crazy thing that happened a few days ago where there was this like misquote from Mr. Miyamoto going around the internet.
Yeah.
And it just led us to want to talk a little bit about just like general Nintendo misinformation.
Yeah.
And obviously misinformation is not limited to Nintendo, but this kind of stuff just spreads.
It's been
like
going
wildfire.
strong
Yeah.
since the Switch 2 came out. And I think that, in terms of the things that have happened with misinformation, this was probably less egregious than a lot of the others. But I think this was just the straw that broke the camel's back for a lot of people. Because
I'm over it.
A lot of people like
Done.
pushing back on this. Like our friend Gene Park, who we've had on a number of times, he just snapped. And he just had enough, and he's just like going after these people now.
Yeah.
We had a moment where we thought he was going after us, but we had to reread his tweet very carefully. So, hold on.
Not us.
Not us.
I don't want to be in Gene Park's crosshairs.
Gene Park jail. You're gonna be
No,
that.
I
you don't
wanna
want
stay
that.
on his good
You're not gonna
side.
make it. No.
not gonna make
I'd rather take the tortilla
He's
than a
going to
Gene Park.
outsmart me like immediately. You can outsmart him. Oh my God.
Right.
Yeah, but yes, it is quite the issue. Just media literacy. Like it's something that you need to teach
and also
people.
like who can you trust? Like do you like how many layers do you need to go down to find out if something is true or not? In this case, it was about a quote that was originally in Japanese, which got translated and misinterpreted and maybe mistranslated. And that's just like a real easy one, like for people to keep an eye on of like, if something is translated from Japanese, like is it an official translation? Is it like an AI translation?
Right,
Because those
right.
things don't always work right. We know this because sometimes we would get the hot emails from Japan that were in Japanese. And it was like, oh
no,
is this
this
about
is
to blow up my
urgent.
day? And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, the person who can translate this isn't going to be available for another hour. Do I dare put this into like Google Translate?
Sometimes I do just to get the gist.
Even though I'm probably sending secrets into Google's whatever.
The data is just scraping Nintendo emails.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what would come back was just gibberish.
It's
And
gibberish.
like, I shouldn't have done this.
Sometimes you can get like a little gist, but this is where
Right.
you can get into
No,
trouble with
no.
misinterpreting
I should just
stuff.
wait for the person who actually knows this to do
Yeah.
it for me, because I'm just spinning my wheels right now, and that's what was happening. People just spinning their wheels on nothing.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Very true. Yes, the world is a scary place, and we all need to do our own due diligence, I
Yes.
think. All right.
Wow, almost time to talk about Pokemon, but we have an exciting sponsor that is back. You know it is the holidays.
I know.
when we have an episode that is sponsored by Uncommon Goods, and that is what is happening right now.
I know I'm not supposed to play favorites, but this is one of my favorites.
The holidays are here because we got the Uncommon Goods. The holidays sneak up fast, but it's not too early to get your shopping done and actually have fun with it. Uncommon Goods makes holiday shopping stress-free and joyful with thousands of one-of-a-kind gifts you cannot find anywhere else.
I recently had to buy a birthday gift for someone, and one of my friends has a birthday pretty close to Christmas, and I'd never want to do that thing where you're like, your birthday present is also your
lump
Christmas.
them together.
That is so
Yeah.
unfair. Don't ever do that to your friend. So, of course, I hopped over to Uncommon Goods. They have so many unique and customizable gifts.
That's true.
Which is what I really
Yep.
love, because it just makes it feel, of course I'm putting thought into it, but it really shows.
So what did you get?
I'm going to tell you, she listens to this podcast.
Oh, it would be,
Can't tell her.
that's tough.
Yeah.
I wanted to know. That's tough.
I'll tell you later.
That's tough.
I'll show it to you later. It's very cool though.
But yes, a lot of stuff that is made by independent artists, small
Yeah.
businesses. But yes, you're right. There's so much stuff that you can customize, make it feel really personal for the
Right.
person versus just here's something I grabbed off the shelf from
Yeah.
whatever store on my way over.
Exactly.
Show that you
exactly.
care. Exactly.
really show you love somebody with
Right.
a really customizable, unique gift.
And they have all these great categories that it's not just like, oh, I need something for my mom. It's like, no, I need something for a sports fan, or like, well, what's their team? Or is there somebody who went to this college? Like, what can I get
I
them?
really like those.
People who are into history, like you.
Me.
Maybe you'll be getting a gift from me for the quote history buff.
Really?
In my life, which
I
is
would love
apparently you. Yes, all of those things. And you're supporting these artists and small independent businesses while you're at it, which is wonderful. So, shop early, have fun, and cross some names off your list today. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/KitandKrysta. That's uncommongoods.com/KitandKrysta for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we are all out of the ordinary.
We'll put the link right over here with a QR code and also in the description below.
Yes.
All right, Pokemon stuff.
Pokemon Legend ZA, as they say,
Z Alpha.
across the pond. We're going to start with just our impressions of the game so far and talking about where we are in the game and what we've been doing, and then we'll get into the whole backlash or discourse or whatever you want to call it after that.
Yes,
so when we checked in last week, we were like 5 hours
yes,
each.
barely 5 hours.
You're a little bit ahead of me now. What are you, like 15-ish hours, you would say?
I think so. I'm
Ballparking?
like nearing the 20 hour. I feel like based on...
Oh, you're closer to 20?
Yeah, I did some
you might be done soon.
I did do some side quests.
You
though.
really might be.
I'm trying to extend my
Yes,
gameplay.
you can extend, but I've seen people saying if you are kind of sticking to the main path, 20 hours might get you there.
Oh, then
Yeah.
I might be getting close.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like something is about to happen story-wise.
Yes.
Like it's definitely building up to something, and I'm properly like in sort of the depths of the game at this point.
Okay. Do you have any opinions about the game that have changed playing it for an additional 10 plus hours now?
For sure. I think the thing that I really need to walk back, and I will shamefully eat crow on, is my disparaging comments about Mega Evolutions. I really like them in this game.
Yeah.
Like I before we started playing this game, before we, really got into it, even like the first 5 hours, you don't really get to them in the first 5 hours. And I always said like, oh, these are kind of throwaway, like they're kind of boring, like who cares? But it's actually, the way they do it in this game is really fun.
Yeah.
Like you do have, it's a big part of the game. You are sort of teaming up with other characters in the game to take down these like rogue Mega Evolutions. And of course, you get the ability to Mega Evolve your own team as well, or certain Pokemon on your team as well. And it's just fun.
Yeah.
Like those battles really feel epic. Like it really feels like, oh, this is a big deal, a big challenge. Like not only is your Pokemon doing like a lot of heavy lifting in them, like your trainer is like dodging the big, AoE attacks. Like it's like high stakes, and I think it's really fun.
Yeah,
and I totally underestimated like how much fun it would be, and how like this is like a really cool thing for this game. So I think that was totally a pleasant surprise, because I was kind of like, meh, whatever, throw away Mega Evolutions, who cares?
Yeah, the first one of those rogue Mega Evolution battles you do, I was kind of trying to like catch up with like, well, what does the game want me to do here? It seems to be chip it down and be able to Mega Evolve my Pokemon and do most of the battling with that. And I kind of struggled with that through that first battle, but now if the game's had me do several more, I'm getting the swing of it a bit better. My issue though is I need more Pokemon on my team that can Mega Evolve, because not every Pokemon in the game can.
Right.
Famously, my beloved Machamp, who I now have and it is playing a prominent role in my team, cannot Mega Evolve.
Yeah.
So that is kind
of... At least your starter can evolve.
Yes, my Feraligatr can evolve, and it looks cool. Some people don't like the Mega Evolve Feraligatr. I think it looks really cool.
I think the Mega Evolved Emboar.
That looks really neat.
You saw it.
Yeah,
I showed it to you because I was so excited.
Looks like a Dynasty Warriors character.
It's got a big old staff,
spear.
big like billowing fire beard.
Yeah, right.
Emboar is no joke.
So that's an interesting point about like this game is pushing this aspect really hard. They want you to use it, and yet not all the Pokemon in the game can do it. So I'm like, does this mean they're less viable as I try and play this game? I'm trying to reconcile that. I don't know yet.
Well, I think they're trying to balance
it,
because or else you're like kind of OP, Like if every single one, and when you have enough energy to mega evolve, like you can switch to a different Pokemon and they're mega evolved.
I can still do the plus moves.
You can do the plus
maybe
moves.
That's their kind of meet us in the middle because I can do a plus move and it's more strong. I do like using those plus moves. I can tell the difference with those.
Yeah.
And I have had some cases where my mega evolve capable Pokemon did faint, and I was like, well, all I've got now are these other Mons who can't do it, and I still pulled it out.
You can still do it. Just chip away.
It was a little slow, but I was able to do it.
Exactly.
I have found the Pokemon they're not the smartest Pokemon. Where it's like, what was that one that was like leaving these poison, or it had like the whirlwinds that were just in a static place, and this Pokemon was like running away, and this Pokemon was like, I'm just gonna go stand in this pit of poison for a while and
that poison can hurt.
I'm gonna take a bath in this poison. It's like, get out of there.
Get out of there. Because I'm dodging all around. I want it to follow me like closer. Stay back. It's like a dog. Heel.
Yes.
You know? Yes. Like I would never let my dog just run off into a pile of poison. It's like, come over here.
Right.
But yes, it's super fun though. I really like it. I did have a little problem with one of the Mega Evolution
Is this
battles.
the thing you wanted to tell me?
Yes.
Okay, what is this?
My game crashed.
Like, what happened?
It literally, I have a screenshot of it. It just said like error. It just black screen crashed.
Did you just go back to the main menu?
Yeah, it hard crashed.
That happens sometimes.
During the Mega Evolution battle, and I was devastated.
Fortunately.
Because I thought that I had lost all my progress.
Autosave?
Well, I was in the middle of the battle, and then I had already gotten the Mega Evolved, the rogue Pokemon down to like a sliver of health when it crashed, and I was like, oh no, do I have to do this battle all over again? But no, you do not.
Halfway?
You can choose an option where it's like, retain the damage I've already dealt.
So it did autosave like halfway through the battle?
It's like more than halfway.
Wow.
So
the game's pretty proactive with autosaving.
Very relieved. Yeah. So it was bad that it crashed, obviously, but it was great that I found out that you could pick up where you left off and not have to redo the entire battle. Because I was battling for a while. Like it was a good
it was a long battle.
7-ish minute battle that was happening.
I do like the idea of like a big boss battle where you're having to use the full spectrum of your team to take it down. I think that's a cool idea. I do like that. I wouldn't say that I've really like changed a lot of my opinions, but I do feel like pretty like firm in those opinions that I shared. Like I still really like the loop of the game. I find it's very addictive. It's very hard to know like when to stop. Like the whole like, all right, here's what I have like a checklist.
Goals in your
I have like a
mind.
list of like 3 things. Like, all right, first I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna do that. And then it's gonna be nighttime, and then I got a whole other set of goals. I gotta do this, and then it's gonna be back to daytime, and then I wanna go shop, I wanna do this, I wanna catch this Pokemon, I gotta go to this wild area.
A lot of things.
There's a lot of stuff.
And then they keep opening up more wild areas.
Right.
I have now gotten the ability to better traverse the rooftops as well. Like you get the little like floaty move.
Yes.
Which has been really fun, and I've just been spending a lot of time on the rooftops recently.
But I just told you today that the game does not explain this well.
Yes, you told me this today.
What to do with the colorful screws,
yes.
which is actually a pretty important, like nice upgrades that you can get, but the game doesn't really tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know why. They
should tell you.
They give you tutorials about so much else.
Yeah.
Of where to find those guys to catch those in.
The construction worker guys. Yeah.
I still really like the characters. I like the characterizations. I think they're good. I find the writing to be pretty like
so funny,
lighthearted and funny, and like all the little NPC things they say are very funny.
Yeah.
I'm getting more into the story as it's becoming a bit more clear what is going on.
Right.
We'll have to see how that pays off.
There's many people right now. I'm like, you're evil. You're definitely evil. Something's wrong with you.
Oh, really?
This is very suspicious.
Oh, yeah.
Their motivations do not seem pure.
Yeah. Okay, and then in contrast to like, yes, we agree, like there are parts of the game that don't look good, but I do think there are a lot of things in the game that do look good. I think the characters still look really great.
The
I think
Pokemon look
they're
good.
very expressive. I think the Pokemon look good.
Yeah,
I think
the way that they battle.
Surprisingly, the stuff on like the interiors of buildings, like the few times that you're in there when you're in the hotel, there's the one where it's like Naveen is talking in front of that flag that they made.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, there's an interesting texture
they also
on that
have
flag.
this like fun like little strategy meeting room that they're in, which is very
That's
detailed.
the room, yes.
Yes. And then they have the scenes where you're eating the curry croissants.
Ugh. Do you see somebody made that in real life and it looked as bad as you would imagine? Just like a big old brown pile.
I not sure about that dish. I might agree with Naveen on that.
Mother Nature might argue that brown piles should not be eaten.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Yeah, but it is. The city is pretty flat. The city is truly
right.
I had higher hopes. Like I was like sub 5 hours in, maybe I'll run around a little bit more and discover some more life and discover some more vibrancy.
This game is not Vista King approved, I have to say.
No, the Vistas I've been looking.
I found that there were a couple that I found that were kind of nice. During nighttime, when I had the tower off in the distance and it was reflecting off of some water, there's like a river that goes through. I was like, okay, we're getting closer to something.
But it's not it.
It wasn't perfect. Have you tried the photo mode much?
The photo mode is very robust.
You can pose your Pokemon and all that.
Yeah.
You have some great fashion happening in this game. Yes. I unfortunately do not.
My fashion is great.
Well, I don't know if it's good fashion or not. It's not for me. It's
not your style.
I want to dress like a regular guy.
You do.
And I can't do that.
This is like dress like a fashion model.
No, I mean like a satin jacket with a tucked in t-shirt. It's like, well, that's not really my style. And like a fedora or something. It's like, well, this is not really my style. So I've been looking around.
Yeah. This is like Paris Fashion Week.
It is, for a better outfit. It's like, this might be as good as it gets. I don't know.
I got a real cute little outfit on right now. I like the game, like all the clothes in the game. But
I've seen so much stuff. Like, oh, that'd be great for Krysta.
I know.
All this stuff is great for Krysta, not so much for me.
And I like the little shopping arcades. Like, it does look real.
It's fun.
It looks really much like a European, like in France when you go shopping. Like, totally is like that little plaza that has like it really captures it well. But yeah, some of the other city things is like, it's a straight up copy and paste of like the same building. It's like that
Unfortunately.
That 90s cartoons used to get, slapped on the wrist for. It's like you're just recycling backgrounds. Right. It's literally that.
An interesting side phenomenon of that, though, is that I don't really feel like the city is small. Maybe because I'm constantly going through the same looking streets. It's just like, well, I'm moving, and I can't really tell if I'm crossing a large distance or a small distance because it all kind of looks
tricked you.
Looks the same.
Yeah.
So
it's like that guy that walks in a circle, but you can't tell if you're going anywhere.
Totally. That was one of our concerns of, is the city going to feel small? There's not really many, aside from the tower, there's not really recognizable landmarks.
Some of those little parks have like a little statue in it or something, but other than that, it really isn't.
It's like, well, I'm going around and I'm ending up at my destination, but it's just kind of...
Yeah. I do like I think the thing that makes it feel a little bit bigger definitely is the rooftops. So
yes, that's a cool feature.
I've been
especially now that you have your gliding technique a little bit better.
And you can unlock those like elevators.
Yes.
So that's really been kind of fun too.
Right. But something exciting that we did just before recording this is testing out the multiplayer, which you had not done before.
No.
And I had only done a couple matches.
Too scared to go online.
A couple matches online. It was okay. Like, I did not come in last place.
Oh.
It was not like I was getting demolished.
It totally worked. Yeah.
I think
did they like balance?
I should say I think they're trying to match you to a skill level that is
also
close
yours.
to where you are, because there is also in online multiplayer a ZA ranking that's unique to multiplayer.
Okay.
So I of course started at Z, and I was matched up with other, I think, fellow Zs. I think so. It's not going to match you up with like a B or a C.
That's good.
And you just get demolished.
Totally demolished. But we did some private battles together.
Yeah, just the two of us.
Yeah. Really fun.
It was
great.
We
had a great time.
It was really fun.
We are a little bit unsure about whether or not you can further customize the rules.
Yeah.
Right now, it feels, we were joking around, it feels a little bit Smash Brothers to us.
It feels very Smash Brothers.
They give you a time limit, and you are in this sort of arena together, and you can battle it out, and you get points based on the Pokemon that you
It's just
take
how many Pokemon can you knock out?
Yes, and the Pokemon come back too. So if you knock it out, it can come back.
Because that was one of our questions: is there a variation of this where when a Pokemon's knocked out, they're just out, and you need to finish off
the rest
of
the
other side
team? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And for whatever reason, we couldn't find that.
Right.
We also couldn't find an option to change the length.
Right now it's 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Which I actually think 3 minutes is okay. Yeah. But if you wanted to do something that, like, I'd like to do a 10-minute match and really try some stuff out. Like,
maybe there's more
for whatever reason, I think maybe we're just looking in the wrong place. Like, this was our first time doing it this way. We just couldn't find it.
Yeah. We were joking around. It's like free for all versus like stock matches.
Exactly.
In Smash.
Exactly.
But it felt very like party atmosphere. Like the arena's pretty big, so you're running around a lot. There's like these cool little pickups that you can get in the arena, which is really fun. Like health pickups or defense or attack. And we were like mega evolving our Pokemon. It was fun.
Yeah, and they do have some constraints about how many times you can take Pokemon in and out, which you didn't realize. So you were like immediately burning through.
But it resets. It refreshes after.
When does it refresh?
After a little while, it refreshes.
After a Pokemon faints, or
after
is it
a certain amount of time? I think.
Oh, that's nice.
I think it's 3 trades. 3 swaps before it locks you from swapping.
Right.
Because you could just endlessly swap based on the moveset or whatever.
Right.
But
and the arenas that they have you in do have a lot of like physical obstacles that take advantage of. And like I was trying to chase. I forget what Pokemon you had. I was trying to chase you down with my Machamp to punch him, but I couldn't get to it because you kept running away.
I ran away.
So that's some interesting.
Waited it out. Switched out a Pokemon.
Interesting new tactics.
Yeah, it's very strategic. Like you can definitely play some like true like meta games in there.
It's a different kind of strategy.
Yeah.
It'll be. I'm sure they're going to integrate this into the future official Pokemon events. It'll be interesting to see how do these people play this. Like, what are the Pokemon that emerge as like, oh, this is the meta. This is the one that you got to have.
Exactly.
This is the strong one.
Like you need different things other than I can attack you. You know.
Yeah. So you should. I think you should go online and check it out. I think you do fine. I did find online there were some strange. Just like presentation things or constraints also that I was like, why does it have to be like this? This was the first time I was playing multiplayer, and it was like, pick your team. And I was like, well, I'll just pick the team that I have that I'm playing single player with. And they're like, this is the wrong number of Pokemon. I'm like, okay, well, how many do I need? And it didn't tell me. I took some out, I added some back in. You have the wrong number. And I had to go into the little like FAQ that boots you to like the cheap looking like web page,
like the PDF
web page and PDF in a game that I was scrolling through, and it was like, oh, you need three Pokemon. I was like, okay,
they should just tell you.
3.
They should just tell you.
You could have just told me that, but then it was like, well, you cannot pick the Pokemon that are in your main party from the single player game. So if you want to play with them online, you have to take them out to put them in the box. So all I had to choose from were these like junk Pokemon. I was like, fine, I'll just pick some because I'm just trying to check this out. So. We didn't have that problem.
Not in a private battle.
Maybe there's a reason.
Maybe it's like cheating.
Right, some anti-cheating, some sanctity of the game.
Or some kind of like, you're going to like somehow bug out and get a copy of your strong Pokemon or something?
I don't think they've... I'd be curious to see like how do they update this, patch this, keep this fresh.
Yeah. Changing those rules would be great.
I mean, giving people more options with rules
for private battles.
Be really nice. So I was really happy with our experience with that. I was like, I would actually play this.
I know. Thankfully, we have a really fun community event this weekend. And we were trying to decide whether or not this is going to be a game that we can play with our community. And that's absolutely happening. So that'll be fun to try it with more people. Right. Because you can play up to four players in those battles, and I want to try it with more people because I think it would be really fun.
People do trades, people do all sorts of
trades,
stuff.
you can do stuff. Yeah, it's fun. It's really good.
Right.
It's really good.
Who is in your Pokemon team at the moment?
Yeah, so I have Emboar, obviously, fully evolved, and I have Absol. That
can Mega.
You get that one from the first like Mega.
Comes with the Mega.
Yeah, which I think is kind of fun. You don't really like that Pokemon, but I like it. I have the Slowbro, also can Mega. Mm-hmm. I have the Ampharos. Okay. Cannot Mega. Oh. I have the Flabébé. Yeah. I got a shiny Flabébé.
So you're looking for, what is the shiny you're looking for again?
I want a shiny Dratini.
Badly. Because
it's pink.
Because it's pink. So you would not evolve this, you would just keep it.
I just like
as that.
It's pink.
Yes.
So cute.
How are you getting this?
I don't know. I think somebody,
you're not.
There's a video.
You saw a video of it.
I saw a video.
Okay.
I want it. It's so cute.
Yeah.
I don't have it. I have no Dratinis. I tried to catch a regular Dratini and it ran away.
Oh gosh.
Boo. And then I have the Gyarados that can also Mega.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Megas. The
Gyarados Mega is cool.
Again, I have only the Feraligatr.
That can Mega.
And I have no other Megas in my party, which seems like a mistake.
You should get
but the other 3, I have Machamp, I have Excadrill, which is maybe my second favorite Pokemon.
That Excadrill is pretty good.
I really
that move,
like
that dig
Excadrill.
move is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always have Excadrill in my party. I have Alakazam, who
I think you should get rid of Alakazam for Slowbro.
it's a little
That's my recommendation.
gets injured easily, and then I've got 2 slots with Pokemon that I would really like to upgrade.
You need to upgrade.
So
Yeah.
I'm on the search for new applicants for that position.
Yes, applications are being taken at the
Yeah.
moment.
Do you have, at this moment, of course, not having finished the game, feelings on comparing it to Arceus, which, of course, we've said is a game that we strongly like?
Yeah. Yeah, I do think that there's many things that this game does so well that feels like very modern, like the battles, like the snappiness of you're being able to get around, and like we talked a lot about the mega evolutions. This multiplayer stuff is excellent.
Yeah.
I really do miss the sort of the more beautiful landscape of Arceus. Arceus is a pretty looking game, so this one is not that pretty. So
Yeah, I put out a tweet like just saying that I missed the clouds.
yeah,
in
I was
Arceus,
amazed by those 2 pictures next to each other.
as it's just like a blurry mess in this game.
Yeah.
And some people are trying. They're like, oh well, and this is what the clouds look like in France. It's like
This is a fantastical place.
clouds a cloud.
Let's just make it look cool.
Clouds a cloud. I agree that the clouds in Japan are next level, but it's a cloud.
The clouds in California are beautiful. We have beautiful clouds.
Nothing's stopping us from having a nice looking.
Let's have a nice looking sky.
Yes.
The skybox is not great.
Oh, something I kicked myself after we recorded our first impressions video that I did not mention that I'm not going to let happen again.
Tell me.
The music is excellent.
Yes, we both
in
really
this
like the
game.
music.
Well, jazzy.
Yes, very relaxing.
I really like the music.
Yes,
a lot. Yeah.
very nice music. I think it would be great if they had a little bit more tracks, a little bit more variety. But the tracks that they are playing are very good. Like I wish there was a little bit more.
Back to the Arceus comparison.
Arceus comparison, though, yeah. So I feel like they're very evenly matched right now because the thing that one does better, the other does kind of worse. You know what I mean? So it's like if you could just put them all together into one spectacular game.
Well, what would you take from each of those to assemble your ideal game?
I do like a bigger landscape to explore, like a more wild feeling.
Right.
I don't really love the wild zones. I gotta say, they feel very small. You're kind of in there. You're kind of in there with a lot of different Pokemon.
Easy. You can get overwhelmed.
You can get overwhelmed, but it also doesn't feel very like Discovery. Yeah. It's kind of like what do they say? Like shooting fish in a barrel.
Like a zoo, almost. They're in a zoo.
And you're catching them in a zoo, which kind of like
right.
I don't know, feels kind of gross, you know? Like I want to like kind of like meet them in their natural habitat. You know, kind of like that.
I understand that.
Yeah, so that's what I would bring in from Arceus.
Right.
I think they do that really well.
Right.
The Pokemon riding in Arceus, I really miss.
Yes.
I really miss that.
That was an excellent feature.
I rode so many Pokemon. It was great.
That's too bad.
I looked so cool on the Lapras. Remember, I was like obsessed with the Lapras in the water. I was like every day I was riding a Lapras.
That was a great feature.
See?
Yeah.
You missed it too, now don't you?
That was a really great feature.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will say that some of my favorite Pokemon are not to be seen right now, but maybe they'll come later.
But you've not been looking. You don't know if they're in or not.
I kind of Googled Togepi.
And
I haven't seen. There's unknown.
It was unclear?
Unclear.
Well, somebody's got to know by now.
Can someone tell me right now in the comments?
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment. Can I find a Togepi? I don't know if it's in the game. I haven't seen a Snorlax. I haven't seen that.
Oh.
Like Arceus had the big Snorlax sleeping on the bridge. Like they don't have a lot of those kind of moments, you know? Like there's Pokemon with people like around the city.
That's true. Yeah.
But it's not. It doesn't.
Or a big old pile of gunk.
Like a garbage.
What if you just changed a pile of garbage to a Snorlax?
Cute.
Yeah.
Very cute.
So you could fight it.
Yeah.
With red eyes.
They have all those like the red eyes are scary.
Like a YouTube thumbnail. It's got red eyes.
Mr. Furukawa with red eyes. They have all these like they could have done more too with like they were trying to think of like what Pokemon will fit in the natural environment of like Paris. Like they have a lot of like cake looking Pokemon. They could have put those in the coffee shops or something like that.
Oh, creamy?
Yeah, like an Alcremie or something.
Yeah.
But you don't see any of that stuff. So it's just it's lacking a little Pokemon personality, you know?
I'm not going to say whether I like it better or not because I'm not done. But what I will say is like it's just another reaffirmation that like the Legends games just really click for me.
Yeah. Totally.
in a way that kind of, the core mainline games. Yes, this is mainline. We're not talking about that.
Oh my God.
Please don't bring that up. Whatever you want to call them. The turn-based games are not at the moment.
Yeah.
There's just something about it. It's like, I just prefer playing.
Do you think Gen 10's going to have...
Well, apparently this was in those leaks.
Okay, then we won't talk
So we won't talk about it. I'll tell you
Talk
later.
about it. Tell me later.
But if people would care to find out, you can probably find out.
Wow.
Yes. Any other thoughts?
I love it.
We'll be back with more podcasts. There's always more videos.
And there's going to be a spoiler
Yes,
cast.
There'll be a
on
spoiler
this
cast. So
game.
maybe we'll
I'm having a grand time.
pause it there. Yes.
Truly having a grand time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about the backlash to this game, which is interesting. So the review score, it's 79 at the moment. I think it went down a couple.
It went down a couple points.
It was 81. It went down to 79.
Yeah.
IGN finally did post a review, and it was a
8.
But what's started to happen is the review bombing has happened. So the critic score on Metacritic is a 79. The user score is a 4.6. Which is just kind of a continuation of what has been happening with this series for years and years. Honestly, is kind of a pointless thing to do at this point for a game like this, since it's obviously not deterring anybody who's interested, but I guess do what you want.
Yeah.
It just seems like both sides are really frustrated with each other, where, again, the one side is like, these games are not progressing, these games seem trapped, where just the cycle of bad graphics, some aspects of the game that feel lazy, pointing out, no dev unit in the industry has more resources than Pokemon and Game Freak, and this is the best they can do, and just feeling exasperated with it. And then there's the other side, which is like, I'm okay, but I'm playing this game and I'm having fun, so it's not really bothering me. And it's just both sides just throwing their hands up of like, I can't believe it.
The interesting thing about this conversation is the side that is seemingly very negative and upset. They're saying stuff like, you deserve better, to the person that is enjoying.
That's having fun.
That's having fun. And it's like, why does that matter to them?
Right.
It's like, if you don't want to play it because you think that you deserve better, then don't play it.
Right.
Why are you mad at the person that likes it?
Yeah.
Like, just because they still like it and they don't feel that way of, like, quote, they deserve better? Like, I'm having a really hard time, like, reconciling that kind of, like, duality, I guess. Because it's like, well, I get that, if you feel like you yourself deserve better and you're not going to buy or play this game, like, I totally understand that. Like, that's something that you don't think deserves your money and time. And I think that's totally fair. But to come after someone else who's having a good time, clearly unbothered by some of these things and enjoying the game, and then making them feel bad and telling them that they should aim for better, is like a weird thing to do. I think. I don't get it.
It's like the scene in a movie where it's like one side is using one type of magic, the other is using the other type of magic, and it just kind of cancels itself out. Where it's like, I think that we've hit a point where nobody is convincing anybody.
Yeah, you're like at a stalemate.
It's like, nobody's mind is being changed on this one way or another, and it's just kind of become noise, which is a frustrating place for it to be. As people who spend a lot of time on the internet, it's just like, you're just like stepping around these potholes of like, okay, there's another one of those, or this person's having a conniption, or this person's, geez, here we go.
Exactly.
But we did have an interesting thought of like, how long has the quote Pokemon Backlash been going on? Because it feels like we've been doing this for a long time.
And we have been.
So we're like, gosh, let's look back and see when exactly it started. So we feel like there was some, it kind of started, not in a huge way, not in a big way, but with Sun and Moon.
Yes, I remember this because we worked on that game.
Was maybe where this first began, and there were concerns about like how hand-holdy it was, and
there was some complaints about the animation
but the way it looked.
The story was not everyone's favorite.
Right.
It was very cutscene heavy and very like talk at you kind of game.
Exactly.
People didn't like
So that was kind of the kernels of something bubbling that was not entirely positive.
Right.
And then we had Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, which were the first Pokemon games on the Switch, and these are games for babies.
Immediately became labeled
why do I have to
games.
use motion controls? We're pandering to the Pokemon Go people. Who,
right.
That's a whole other subset of fans versus like the people who've been playing these video games. So that's a very out there kind of game in terms of what we typically get from a Pokemon game. So I can actually understand why people might be a little frustrated.
Yeah, it just wasn't what they expected.
Like, oh my gosh, we're finally getting a Pokemon game, that I can play in this new system in this new hybrid way on a TV on the go. That sounds cool. And it's like, oh, that's not what I expected.
Got a Pokeball that you gotta keep in your pocket
exactly.
and throw around and stuff.
I
you didn't have to use
I
it,
can
but
understand the wide range of opinions on that, even though I really like those games.
You like this game and I did not.
You don't like these games.
I don't like.
What was the last Pokemon game you liked?
Arceus.
Beyond that,
Sun and Moon.
That's a long time ago.
That's 10 years ago.
That's going to be about 10 years ago.
10 years ago. Before.
Okay.
10 years ago since I played a quote, like, traditional classic Pokemon game
That's
that I
a
like.
long time ago.
That's
okay.
why this is a discourse.
Yes. So that was in 2018. Then in 2019, we had Sword and Shield, where this thing really sort of exploded.
Yeah.
With the Dexit situation, and
right.
that was the one. That's the one that I remember most vividly because we were at E3 when it was happening. We were sharing the booth with the Pokemon Company. Masuda was there. The Pokemon Company people were there. They were freaking out.
They were like,
"Whoa, what do we do?"
They were very shell shocked.
And we had actually gone through a very similar. I wouldn't say very similar because it was not as severe, but something similar with Mario Maker 2, which had come out a few months before. There was a big pushback from fans around that game. So I was like, well, we'll share kind of our experience and our learning with that. But this was just something that would not go. It wouldn't go away. It wouldn't go away. That took us to Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Those are the remakes that I frankly didn't play those games because I didn't think they looked.
They were reviewed terribly.
I don't think they looked very good.
Yeah.
And yeah, this was the year where we had these games that were just so mashed together. So we had Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Legends Arceus, and then Scarlet and Violet, all within the stretch of a year. And I still don't know why they had to jam those 3 games into such a tight period of time.
They didn't have to do that.
That really was not good for this whole situation.
It was terrible.
And
we were also in the midst of the pandemic at that time.
Yes, we very much were. So we had Legends Arceus after that, which was, I'd say for most people, more of a bright spot.
Yeah.
Something different, something fresh that mostly worked for people.
Right.
That was great. And
right.
then smash
the
cut.
The come down from
Smash cut to Scarlet and Violet, which was just like the culmination of this whole thing.
The anger.
I can't believe it. Oh, this is the end.
And Scarlet and Violet did get fixed.
I mean, they got
performance.
They got fixed a few months ago. So years later.
Literally
years later, they got fixed. Yeah. But they did, to their credit, they did fix it. To their credit, they did fix it.
Yeah.
And yeah, like if somebody asked me like, what should I play, Scarlet and Violet? Like I wouldn't say no because it runs like trash or no because it has bugs because they fixed those.
Yeah.
So I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
And then we got some downtime where there was some DLC and stuff, and that takes us to today with ZA. But it is interesting that we're coming up on like 10 years
of this,
and it's like, where did you expect things to be 10 years later versus where we are? At what point do you just say like, this is what it is? And I don't know, like either move on or reassess, like your feelings, like I don't know. 10 years is a long time to be mad about something.
10 years is a really long time to be mad. And even if you've stopped playing this game because you were mad, to then be mad at other people who are enjoying it, that's a long time to be doing this,
I don't know.
And I think this whole conversation about like where we started, from the Sun and Moon era in 2016 to 2025, where we are now, like a big question that always looms over this entire discussion is like, who are these games for?
Yes.
We always talk about this where it's like, there seems to be this real struggle between the Pokemon Company's want and need to bring in new players, to bring in, what we generally assume Pokemon is for, the kids, to who is actually mad and who's actually playing these games, which is like a 40-year-old adult who grew up with this game and now has these very strong feelings tied to this game beyond the game itself. It's tied to like these childhood things, this nostalgia stuff that just becomes all jumbled up in a way that makes people mad. So I think that's part of the reason why people are so emotional and passionate is because it just feels like their childhood is being like killed or something.
Right.
Because these games are like not what they remember it to be or what they hoped that they would be.
Yeah.
So that's something that they need to reconcile. They, as in the Pokemon company, need to reconcile, you know?
Yeah, I think they're trying to have it both ways because obviously they need to bring in new people to keep the thing fresh. But at the same time, like those people are potential cash cows. It's like they have money, they have the affinity, like we can sell them all sorts of stuff. We can sell them cards, we can sell them DLC, we can sell them these expensive figurines, we can all this stuff. We can do all of that. But I think something that's maybe underappreciated is whenever we talk about like new people coming, like a fan base, it's always like, oh, well, new people are coming in. But we never talk about like people exiting a fan base, which is a very natural thing to happen.
Yeah.
But maybe like a distressing thing in the mind of fans where it's like, yeah, it's normal that some people are just going to age out of something or mentally move on from something where it's just not hitting the same way that it once did. And that's a normal thing. But when you have such like an emotional attachment to it, it's a hard thing in your mind to reconcile. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm actually not as into this as I once was. And I wonder if there's just some amount of that is manifesting in this anger.
It's almost like a mental block.
Yes, in this anger over a thing that just is not what it was when you were 8 years old.
Yeah, I really think that's a good way of looking at it, is like the normalization of you changing and developing as a human. Like you're obviously not you're not gonna like the same thing that you liked as an 8-year-old.
There's like that meme. There's like that meme that you'll see. There's like 40-year-olds in 1956. It's like I just bought a house and had my third child, and then in this one it's like I'm shouting on the internet about a Pokemon.
Yes, exactly. Or like I spent 120 hours in Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas 40-year-olds in 1950s.
Right. And I'm not saying everybody has to do this, but like there is going to be some percentage as time goes on that is just going to it's like this is not working for me, this is not connecting with me the same way it was, like I am separating myself from this, and that can be a painful thing. I think that's what happened honestly with like the Switch 2. Hardware generations are kind of a make it or break it moment because it's like I need to put down $600 potentially
to keep going
if I'm getting a system in a game to show that I'm still in on this thing. And I think that's kind of why we see a lot of that anger manifesting of like, ugh, I don't know.
I didn't deserve this.
Or 10 years ago, I absolutely was. I don't know. My life situation now and just like kind of where I am now, maybe not. And I don't know how I feel about that. So I'm kind of lashing out.
Yeah, that's such a good point. It's like, it's not just based on the game, like in a vacuum. It's based on so many other things that are so much more real than like whether you or not you like playing this video game. It's based on like where you are in your life, like where you were in your life, your fond memories of the time of when you were first enjoying this to what you're doing now is so different. Like time has passed for all of us, and it just, you need to like reconcile that within yourself. Like I honestly think that this almost happened to me. If it wasn't,
that's why I was asking and trying to get at like, what is the last one of these that you liked?
I think
because I think it's fair to ask, like, do you actually still like Pokemon?
Well, I think I need to reconcile that within myself because it's very painful.
Right.
Because of course I grew up with Pokemon and I love Pokemon, but yeah, these sort of like traditional Pokemon games, like for the last 2 of them, Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, I strongly dislike them. And if it wasn't for the Legends series, I don't think I would be playing very many Pokemon games anymore.
Clearly you would not, yeah.
And there was a moment like a few years ago when I was so disappointed with what happened with Scarlet and Violet, where I was like, maybe I'm a different kind of Pokemon fan now. Maybe I just enjoy
a fake one.
Maybe I'll just enjoy like the movies. Like I'll enjoy hugging a Togepi plush. Yeah. I'll enjoy like the cool merch.
You went from being a diehard fan to a Die Easy fan.
A Die Easy fan. Like, a Rest Easy fan.
Not gonna play it. Oh well.
Yeah, but that is something that you need to ask yourself. Yes. So it's very true.
One other thing that's interesting, and we just pulled the release calendar off of Wikipedia, but you can see visually this So look at the period of time.
Yes.
From like the start in '96 through, let's say, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
2015, yeah.
There are gaps in between the releases. There's like breathing room, and I think that's the blue squares here where there's like no game releases. There are no blue squares after 2016. There is always something, sometimes multiple things happening over
the course of
the year. And you could argue that's been too much. They've oversaturated, but I'm sure they would say this has been, look at the IP, Pokemon has never been more popular than it has in the last 10 years.
10 years.
So,
and think about how much money they made.
Exactly.
Doing this exact thing of piling it on.
This is the period of time where they became that number one entertainment IP that people keep yelling about. And it's like, clearly whatever, quote, the resistance, the Pokemon resistance is doing is not working because these games are getting bigger and bigger.
They're selling more and more.
We're not changing anybody's mind. And they just, keep, it just keeps getting more popular all around. So that's an interesting kind of phenomenon as well, even though I will absolutely say that just the crazy release schedule, I don't think that's a good thing.
No, I think eventually that will come up to bite you.
I don't think that's
it seems like they are doing a little bit better now with taking some small breaks in between.
The break between Scarlet and Violet and Legend ZA was much
better and much needed.
Much needed.
And they won't have anything, for a little while after ZA. They're working on maybe the next big one.
Through 2030?
Through 2030? I mean,
I don't know. We saw those leaks. They're working on a lot.
Not like, well, they got some like spin-offs.
I'll see you on Pokemon Day, Krysta.
Okay, all right.
I'll see you on Pokemon Day.
Maybe they're just making money hand over fist. Who knows?
So
well, then get a bigger team then.
All right. So I want to close with just asking you, has the backlash affected your feelings at all personally in any way about this game, about Pokemon in general? Just how do you deal with this?
I'm very much enjoying this game. Like, this game's not a perfect game.
Yeah.
There's definitely things that I wish were better. Mm-hmm. But overall, I'm having a good time. And no, the backlash has not affected me. I don't care. Like, I can tune it out. I think it's fascinating, the sheer amount of anger out there, and just the people's reactions are so severe on something that should be very lighthearted.
Right.
I think in terms of like that reaction, I'm just sort of in awe of what people are capable of being mad about. But my personal enjoyment of the game, I do not think the backlash has affected that.
Yeah, I do find it interesting to observe from a distance. Like, you will not see me wading into some Twitter argument.
It's like a sociological
with a whatever.
Experiment.
Like outside of these podcasts, I'm not getting involved in that. But I do find myself concerned at how like heated some of these arguments can get. It's like, all right, you should probably
take a breather,
go take a walk around the block or something. But it's like I'm at a point where it's like I'm very confident in my ability to judge whether I find a game to be fun or not for myself, and very confident and like unbothered of like, does that align with what the majority of people out there feel? Like I don't care.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother me.
I'm pretty good about like, even if people disagree, even if I go against like the very popular opinion and say that I don't like something or I like something, and that's not the popular opinion, people come at me, like I don't care.
I came up playing Dynasty Warriors games, which were a laughing stock until they started doing Zelda ones. All of a sudden. Imagine, now it's cool, we got Zelda on. It's like, no, it was a joke. And
you like what you like.
People would tease me and like, you suck. But
we spent 40 years honing our own dislikes and likes, right?
I don't care.
It's all good.
Yeah. We did ask our Patreon community how they were feeling about the game, because we got a lot of people playing this game, and the results were very interesting. First of all, 41% of the people asked said, I don't have this game, which, I mean, nobody's going to get every game, so I think that's fair, and it's good to know kind of what the actual player base is. From there on, 30% said, I love it, 21% said, I like it. Big drop now to 3% said it's okay. Also 3% said I don't like it, and 2% said I am not sure yet.
So out of the people that bought the game, generally people like it.
Over 50% said either I love it or I like it. So positive impressions there versus the 3% definitively I don't like it. Mm-hmm. So it is interesting to put like some numerical This is our community. This
Yeah.
does not necessarily reflect the broader public out there, but just it's helpful to know, like, well, how many people are saying these things? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's helpful to see that. Let's look at some comments. Ninja 11, the outspoken Ninja 11,
Yes.
has weighed in.
Mega Pokemon fan.
As someone who just rolled credits, I can say this is my runner-up for GOTY behind Split Fiction. They gave my favorite Pokemon, Greninja, an awesome Mega Evolution and made a new interesting battle system. My biggest complaints are that I got bored of the city aesthetic, and as someone who knows a lot about Pokemon X and Y, I have some issues with the plot that I won't get into because spoilers. I love the game, can't wait to keep playing the post-game and to see what comes next from my favorite franchise.
Nice,
All right,
excellent.
Very positive thumbs up from Ninja 11. Fantastic Tick says, I won't buy it. I never had played a Pokemon game until July when I tried Arceus on the Switch 2, as I heard it was the best modern game. I think you need nostalgia for the franchise to like it. It's also bland, the story, the visuals, the gameplay. I really wanted to love it, but gave up after 8 hours and sold my cartridge. I won't be paying for another Pokemon game anytime soon, I guess.
Very fair.
Do you need nostalgia for Pokemon to like it?
Maybe.
It certainly helps.
Definitely helps.
We did a video about, is this a good game for, is Legends ZA a good game for beginners?
Or for someone that's never played a Pokemon game.
If you've never played a Pokemon game, is this a good place to start? And it was a much more complicated situation.
We actually had different opinions about this.
Which is really hurt by the fact that a lot of the classic Pokemon games are just not, they're out of reach for most.
They're very inaccessible.
Get some of these games on Innocent.
Yeah,
My gosh. Finally, Angelade says, I'm actually liking it a lot more than Pokemon Legends Arceus. I started playing Arceus a few months ago. It feels like a lot of grinding without much reward, and the open areas feel relatively empty. I'm liking the progression and missions in ZA much more, and even though the map is small, I'm really enjoying exploring all the nooks and crannies of the alleyways and rooftops. Plus, the new battle system is so smooth and sleek. To me, it seems like a blend of Arceus and the mainline games in good ways, like having an opportunity to catch wild Pokemon after knocking them out in battle.
Nice. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I agree with the slickness.
We need a Switch 2 patch for Arceus.
Oh, like a little upgrade. That would be nice. Would you replay?
I would like to do that, actually.
Just to see it?
I would
beautiful on
I would
Switch
be up
2.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Yeah. Well, the people that are enjoying this game continue to enjoy. Don't let the crazy discourse get you down too much.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Exactly.
You were going to do a follow-up to your story time last week about Luigi's Mansion. You have another spooky story to share, but first we have another sponsor to shout out. This episode is sponsored by HelloFresh.
Yum.
Fall is here. We had some very cool days. I had to turn on the heater.
Turn on the heater?
That's how you know it's getting
You need the comforting meals.
But that means we're also getting heartier meals and the craving for something warm and satisfying.
Soup season.
And HelloFresh has you covered. They've got all the comforting chef-designed recipes for fresh, seasonal ingredients that come right to your door.
That's amazing. They also doubled their menu recently, so now there's
Wow.
so many more options, over 100 options.
That's a lot.
Each week. And lots of seasonal dishes, lots of different dishes from around the world.
Bigger portions, though.
This is very, very important to you.
This is for me.
You eat so fast.
I'm a growing boy.
Crazy.
I need to eat. I need to keep my energy up.
Yeah.
It's great.
You can put it away. I've seen you do it.
It's great because you never know. Sometimes it's like, is this? I'm trying something new. Is this going to be enough for me? Am I going to go?
The portion.
Am I going to be snacking
like
an hour later? That's
yeah.
always a bad feeling. It's like I finished dinner and I'm snacking. No, the portions are bigger, but it's also very healthy. Full of protein, full of veggies. They've got all these new recipes. They got some that are absolutely packed with veggies and have more than usual.
Yeah.
And it all tastes great. That's the most important thing.
Tastes good.
Delicious.
And easy to put together too. Very easy to put together.
Yes, and they even have some recipes that are like, I have very little time, or I don't want to
They have
spend
the
a lot of
quick
time.
meal ones.
Right. By default, it's pretty quick, but if you want to be extra quick, they've got those
You can
too.
like 15 minutes. You
Boom.
can do it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
The best way to cook just got better. Go to HelloFresh.com/KitKrysta10FM now to get 10 free meals plus a free item for life. 1 per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as discount on the first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's HelloFresh.com/KitKrysta10FM to get 10 free meals plus a free item for life.
And we'll put the link right over here with a QR code for you to scan and in the description below.
All right.
So we have another spooky Nintendo story time today. The last week's spooky event was actually really fun.
Yes.
Luigi's Mansion 3 was not actually scary.
Not
It
actually
was just,
scary.
It was just like kind of like Disneyland Haunted Mansion vibes. This one though was actually scary and was not fun, and I did not like it, and I was quite traumatized from it. This was an event that we did for Spirit Camera, The Cursed Memoir.
Did you play this game?
No, because I was scared.
Because I remember we were publishing that game, and it's kind of a spin-off of
played a little bit.
Fatal Frame, but I remember nothing about this game. So what do you do? What are you actually using the 3DS
You use
AR
the 3D
camera?
AR camera. You can see the.
But you don't play the whole game with that, do you?
No, not the whole.
Okay.
But I didn't like that. It scares jump scares.
On this tiny screen?
3D.
Okay. 3D.
2012 was when this game came out, so it was a very long time ago.
Yes.
But yes, it did use some of those like 3DS gimmicks, to make it spooky and scary. And the whole thing was like, can we do some sort of an event for media at the time, where we like really play up the scary nature of it.
Yeah.
So we did it at this like haunted hotel, and it's a real life.
What do you mean by this?
Well, it's this hotel. It's a historic hotel in San Francisco called the San Remo Hotel. Still there. You can still go to it.
But it's an operational hotel.
Correct. It's like a boutique hotel. Maybe this is a future vlog.
Maybe not.
But it's a beautiful historic building. It's in this like beautiful Victorian manor, but it is haunted, and it looks kind of creepy, honestly.
I have stayed in a haunted hotel before. Remember, one of the years we were in South by Southwest in Austin.
Oh!
There is I forget the name of it.
That's
but
right,
it's
that's haunted.
Smack dab right in the middle of like the kind of like
the
very
downtown
popular
area.
downtown area with restaurants and bars and stuff. And I stayed there.
Was it haunted or
and
scary?
I didn't notice anything, but it definitely has the feel of it. It's like old timey, like the paintings are very creepy. It's like they're clearly like leaning into the reputation, but it's also like it's like a big and popular,
and also it's very
classic,
conveniently located in downtown Austin.
Right.
Yeah.
So I wonder how many people stay there and they don't know. And I think there's
haunted.
certain rooms are like, oh, these are the haunted rooms.
That's like what happened to me in the Millennium.
I was like, I don't know about this, but it ended up being fine.
Yeah. So the San Remo Hotel is right here in SF. It is definitely haunted. It has a very rich history of like ghost hunters and all that stuff, and some really scary things happen in that hotel, including murders. There's people that got murdered during a wedding in the restaurant of that hotel. A jilted lover came and shot 2 people during a wedding.
Like what year was this? Do you know?
1911, I believe, something like that.
That's when a lot of bad stuff went down.
But people were just like, whatever.
That's when because what was that other hotel? We've talked a lot about a lot of haunted hotels.
Oh,
the one in LA,
Millennium Biltmore,
the
with
Black
the Black
Dahlia. When was that?
That was in the 50s, right?
Oh, that was the 50s? I thought that was like the 20s or something.
20s.
I don't know.
When was the Black Dahlia?
I don't know.
That might be. She was a movie star, so there was movies.
Where are the new ghosts? It's only old ghosts.
I'm gonna be a new ghost. I'm gonna haunt you like crazy. All right. And then there was several rooms in the hotel. People have seen like little girls, which is like the scariest thing ever, wandering the halls. So of course we had to do the event for Spirit Camera in this hotel.
Yeah.
And I mean, we dressed it up. We didn't really need to do much, but there was this like seance room kind of thing that they did where they had people play in the dark. Like, can you last 15?
Wait, but what is the room normally?
It's like a haunted room.
It's a seance room?
Yeah.
So they have a room in this hotel for them to do seances?
Yeah, and like a Ouija board stuff, like weird things in there. And they set up these 3DSs in there, and they turned the lights off and left people in there by themselves to play this game, like play the demo, and see if they can last.
Wow.
I think it's so scary.
And what happened?
Some people were scared. I mean,
some people left?
I wasn't really involved in I was like...
You refused to go inside.
I refused to go inside.
What do you mean you weren't involved? You were the lead.
I was the lead, but I stayed downstairs, like outside.
You were in the lobby.
I was like literally...
You were waiting in your car.
No, I was in the street. I was like standing outside in the street for like 4 hours. I did a walkthrough, but it was in broad daylight.
Right.
And I made them turn every light on.
Yeah.
Because they were like, later on, all the lights will be off. I'm like, well, later on, I won't be here. So...
Were they... Was it like one at a time?
Yes.
Oh, so it was not you and like 5 other people?
No.
Okay.
It's scary.
That's different, yeah. Have you ever done a Ouija board?
No.
I did one when I was very young with some like extended family members.
Did it feel weird?
And well, I didn't know. I was very young. But apparently the results of that were so scary that I have a relative who's like, I will never do a Ouija board again because of that time that we did it when you were a young boy. I'm like, I don't have any recollection of anything
Were you
weird.
the one, did you touch it too?
No, I was touching it, but I was just like, they were just like, let it go where it goes. Like, all right.
Someone was pushing it.
Maybe, I don't know, but this family member was like, I will never do that again
Oh my God,
because of
so
the time
scary.
that we did with you.
I would never mess with that. I would never
right.
mess. You don't want
All
to
right.
invite them. Don't mess with it. Just let it be. Have you ever played that game when you were little, Bloody Mary, and look in the bathroom mirror when like sleepovers and stuff?
No, I'm frightened.
That was pretty scary too. Or Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board. Did you do that?
Huh?
Where someone lays
Say that
down
again?
on the floor.
And
you do-
What is it called?
Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
What is that?
And you can make someone hover by putting like 2 fingers under them and make them hover.
It's like the start of a bad movie.
It's so scary. It's so.
I don't think you're surviving that movie either.
We used to do that stuff during like sleepovers when we were little. I don't know why we did that. We just wanted to scare ourselves. It's too scary. Now I'm so scared I can't do anything. So anyhow, this hotel was very haunted and
Yes.
very scary. And we did the whole event in there. People
You
were
should
scared.
do that into your boo mirror after we do this podcast.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want to invite them into the studio. That's
Can
scary.
they get out of the mirror? Are they trapped in the mirror?
I don't want to know.
The mirror that's like shattered.
It gets, there's a rupee mirror over there. It's gonna like out of the mirror. It's so scary. Perhaps the scariest thing of all that happened at the event was office drama. Perhaps the scariest thing. I have to tell the story properly another time. I don't know if actually.
How are you going to do that?
Can. Am I not allowed to?
Well, I don't know what involves telling it properly would entail.
Well, maybe I can change
naming
all
names?
names. Change all names.
Sure.
And be a little vague.
Well, you can probably do that now, right?
I'm not going to do that now. But let's just say that I had a major problem with someone that we worked with that was not my fault at all.
Not me.
It was not you. This person really caused a lot of issues for me. For something that was completely out of my control, by the way. Like, it was totally nothing that I did on purpose. It was like completely outside of my control.
You sure about that?
Yes. I'm very sure. There's other people that were witness to this, that can corroborate that I was an innocent bystander in all of this. So me and this person had major problems.
Beef.
Like, lawyers were involved type of problems. Like, bad. Really bad. And I will tell the story another time. But the person that I had the issue with was still working at Nintendo. And this other person that was working at the agency.
An agency partner.
Yes. Who was working this event with me. It was a media event. So of course, the agency was there to help. Was like, hey, I have to tell you something. And I was like, what? And I already was in a bad mood because I was in the haunted hotel and I was not really feeling it. I was scared and I was cold and I wanted to go home. And I didn't want to be there anymore and I was not like feeling it.
You felt a chill.
I felt a ghostly breath on my back as this person prepared to tell me some stuff. And he goes, so I want to tell you before you find out from anyone else. I was
Awesome.
like, okay,
It's gonna suck.
please continue. Like, so I'm dating blank.
That person.
That person. The one that
Yes.
that we were really having some issues. I was like, and I think my response to him.
You cannot repeat it, probably.
Well, I can't repeat it, but I can censor it. But I was basically like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, are you stupid? Like, you know what I said to them that would be so appropriate in the context of this podcast was, you deserve better.
Do better?
Pokemon ZA. You deserve functioning windows.
Oh no.
And a city that's vibrant.
Oh no.
Not this slop from the biggest franchise in the world. You deserve better. Because I was so confused. This guy was such a catch.
Very handsome guy.
Very sweet,
Very smart,
handsome,
great personality.
Smart, great personality.
Not to like.
Like, just the nicest person.
Yeah.
And the person that he chose was seriously like the dumbest person I've ever met in my entire life. Like, this person was so stupid. Even before we had the beef, she was stupid. And I was like, why? You could have a pick up the litter. You want a girl? I will find you a smart, pretty girl. Like you
wow.
do not need. You don't need her. Like, are you
Jeez.
serious? You
Line 'em
deserve
up.
so much better. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. I was in total shock that this was happening. I was so disappointed. It was like a mom's reaction.
Yeah.
Like my son just came home with like the worst girlfriend ever. It was like that. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
They did not date for very long.
Yeah. How long did this go on? A couple of months?
I think it was a couple months.
Yeah.
And then he realized she was
He came
probably
to
an
his
idiot.
senses?
Yeah.
Did he come back and be
He
like,
came back and
you were right?
Yes.
Oh.
And I literally looked at him and I was like, I told you so.
You were right.
I told you so. We're still friends, by the way, me and the guy.
Me too.
Yeah, you're friend. Well, you never had any problems in the first place. Yeah.
Okay.
But can you believe that happened at the event? I was already so scared.
What a rough night for you.
It was a rough night for me.
scared.
It was such a rough night. It was such a. I did not like it at all.
Wow.
It was terrible. It
All right.
really was.
Wow, that's one of our more interesting story times that we've ever had. Okay.
Drama.
I wouldn't say I really learned a lot about the event, but okay.
Who cares?
We did half of the games. We did the majority of the games we're playing up front with Pokemon, but we do have a couple other things we can talk about. We can finally talk about Keeper, which is the game from Double Fine that we went to the event. That's in our vlog that is very Pokemon heavy, but also has our tour of Double Fine if you want to check that out.
And a bit of his Plane Keeper.
And now we can finally talk about it. The game is out.
Yes.
Yes. You played the game. I did not because I'm still wearing this.
Yeah. Although they said that there's a lot of accessibility options and it's very slow, which it was.
It is a slow
It's
pace.
walking around kind of
I
game.
probably could.
be all
I
right.
probably could have played.
Yeah. Beautiful game.
What is this game?
Basically, this game is like like a narrative-driven kind of. You play as this lighthouse that comes to life, and you befriend. This bird befriends you, and you kind of go through this almost like a post-apocalyptic world.
Yes.
To figure out, what's going on. You're trying to make it to somewhere. And there's some puzzles happening in the game. It's a lot of walking around the environment.
They very strongly said this is not a cozy game.
No.
Not a cozy game.
They also strongly said these puzzles are not hard,
I really appreciate that.
which you
I'll
brightened at that.
I'll be the judge of that.
It definitely doesn't feel cozy, but it is beautiful.
It really is nice looking.
The art style is super interesting. We went to their studio to play this game, and they did like a paint night.
Yeah.
And the reason why they did it is that the art style is very painterly. It has this kind of almost surrealist kind of art style with very interesting environments.
Very cool. As you progress through the game, there's a lot of reveals of there's this new areas being revealed in this very dramatic way.
Yes. The lighthouse, the mechanic is you're walking around. The lighthouse has a light.
The light.
And you can shine it on things.
Yeah.
And then the bird can also be sent away to undo vines interact with things or turn things around. So that's the puzzle element of it, is controlling the two things. But yeah, really lovely. And I was getting sort of attached to the lighthouse and the bird, and I was a little worried because they said it wasn't cozy, that something was going to happen to the lighthouse and the bird.
Well, you asked them, and I wouldn't say they gave a definitive answer.
I asked them, and they said it's a journey that ends on a hopeful.
What did they say? Everybody's where they should be at the end.
No, they said that it's a journey that you have to go through, but it's a hopeful ending, which doesn't explain much.
I think the bird flies away and the lighthouse becomes a pile of rubble, is my guess. But the bird's fine. Fly away.
See, this is my problem, is that
just like the Nelly Furtado song. Is that her? No, it might be somebody else.
I'm like a bird.
Is that her? Yeah, I think it is.
I only fly away. Yes, that's Nelly Furtado.
Good.
My problem is that I normally get attached to the non-living object in
More
games.
than the living one? No. That's
So
not true.
okay, for example, this is a spoiler alert for a game that's really
boy.
old called Stray. And I was really attached to the cat, obviously.
Yeah.
And I was so concerned about this cat making it to the end,
You should be,
which it
because
does.
I've seen what happens in that game.
The cat's fine. The cat makes it to the end.
Not
it's
in
fine.
my game.
It's fine.
Not in my game.
Yes,
wow.
it was. It was fine. There's an ending that the cat is fine.
Don't game over in that
But
game.
then, what I didn't see coming was the little robot friend totally sacrificing itself for the cat. And then I cried and cried and cried. It was really bad. It was really sad. Or Titanfall.
Oh, that's
I
that's
cried
another good
and
example.
cried and cried. So if the lighthouse becomes a pile of rubble, I'm not gonna make
I feel
it.
like that might be how it ends.
Oh my God.
Ashes to ashes.
I can't do that.
I don't know. I mean, we only played the very beginning of the game, so we don't have a clue.
They also treated us to this really cool audio demonstration
Oh, yeah.
in their
Dolby Atmos room?
their Atmos room.
That was crazy.
Holy moly!
That was crazy.
Nobody has this.
I was like, how many thousands of dollars was this?
But it was amazing.
Phil Spencer wrote the check.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So we're in this room and they had all these speakers like all around us. Like it was like not even. It was like next level. Not just like regular surround sound, but like next level. And they're like, we made the audio. This game is actually done in like true.
Authored in Dolby Atmos.
Authored. See, I'm not
even
audio.
Mastered. Authored.
Whoa, I didn't even know what that means.
Yeah. I was like, wow.
But they were like, let me show it to you. And
Yeah.
they like played part of the game where we're like, wow.
That's like it was a completely different experience.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you played it in the whole game, I was like, so I'm coming back, right? To play the whole game in your room. I'll be here for like the next like 10 hours.
Yeah.
See you. It's great.
So that game's out.
Game's out.
That's on PC, Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it for now.
Yes. Very beautiful game. Very good.
Yes. You finished Hades.
Quick on Hades.
Actually finished.
I rolled credits. I actually
Didn't you
finished.
roll some credits before?
No. I never rolled any credits until now.
How are the credits?
Beautiful. A very satisfying ending because the story, you have to do all the things to get the story to wrap up.
Yeah.
And I really like the way the story ended. They did such a good job. Like, I mean, this is like a soap opera, you know, like that's what makes this game amazing. It's like a family drama. And in the end, you know, you want to see what happens to everybody.
Yeah.
And it's really good. So, but the journey to roll the credits was pretty hard. Like, I think it's much harder than Hades 1.
Seemed like it.
You have to beat the
A
final.
lot more in depth.
You have to beat the final boss 5 times, and then you have to beat Chronos 6 times to be able to roll.
But there's a
credits.
reation for you to do that, right? That does not feel arbitrary?
Many potions later, yes.
Potions.
You need materials for a potion.
Okay.
But it is fantastic. Like I had already gotten Pokemon Legends EA, and I was like wanting to play Pokemon, but I was like, it was like hanging over me that I was so close to the end of this game, but hadn't
Had to do it.
hadn't rolled the credits yet. So I had to like, I even put Pokemon down for like a day to just finish it up because I wanted to do that. But wow, what a fantastic game! Right up in the top 1 and 2s for Game of the Year, for me at least.
1 and 2. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Hades 3? We're gonna get a Hades 3?
I don't know if they would do one.
I think they're moving on.
I think they might
Moving
be
on to
making
something
one too,
new,
which
yeah.
is fine because 1 and 2 is.
I don't
is
know.
A fantastic,
I don't know what else you could do with that
Yeah,
style of
with
game. I
that
think
style.
I think they literally did it all.
Nailed it though.
Yeah.
This one was. I mean, I can't even describe how much I thought about it when I was. You know, you can always tell when you're thinking about the game all the time, and you just can't stop like trying different things. Like the idea of it becoming this experiment that you can do on yourself over and over again while you're playing this game is really, that formula is genius.
Yeah.
Like they're geniuses. And the music, Darren Korb is amazing. The songs, like
Best music for us this year is going to be a really tough one.
Oh, I don't know how.
Really difficult.
The 2 games with like the most incredible music are like neck and neck. Like I don't know how you choose. That's really hard. Wow, what a great game though. I recommend anyone to try this game if they haven't tried it yet.
Yep.
Even if you don't roll credits, like it's just a really fun experience. You know, you'll eventually play it.
Yes, when I'm not Captain Hook anymore, I'll be back. Let's move on to our news, and we had to add right at the start, talking about this Kirby Air Riders Direct 2. I like how it's just listed.
Just like a number
Kirby
2.
Air Riders 2. Wow, they put out a second Direct before the game even came out. Classic Nintendo. Getting ahead of themselves here.
Yeah.
So let's read the tweet. Join us on October 23rd at 6 a.m. Pacific for a second Kirby Air Riders Direct with director Mr. Sakurai. The live stream presentation will last roughly 60 minutes and feature more info on the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 game. So that's longer
Very long.
than the first one.
The first one was like 45 minutes, I believe.
Yeah, that's a lot longer.
He likes to talk.
What do you think is left? Again, maybe by the time this podcast is
We'll
out,
know.
we'll know. But
Yeah.
would you like to hazard a guess of how is he filling an hour?
Well, he loves the little details. You know,
We got a lot of that.
he loves that's his favorite thing. He's like, can you let me show you this very specific thing that you can do? And I'm sure this game is just absolutely packed full of those things, you know?
Packed with Poppy Brothers.
Hopefully he'll reveal more characters because there's all those slots that
More
we noted.
$50 amiibo.
Oh my god, more swappable amiibo.
I've got a $100 amiibo now.
It's just 60 minutes
Yeah.
where he showcases 60 swappable $50 amiibo. But yeah, I mean, he loves the little details. I'm sure there's lots of little details. I think some people were curious about whether or not this game has like some sort of campaign mode.
Yeah.
So perhaps
Okay.
there is that.
Maybe some detailing of like post-launch support.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a game that would be great for that.
Kirby's Pass?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say my hype for this is like through the roof. I'm definitely gonna watch it. We'll react to it, but I just
What else is there?
I just don't know what else. I'm fully ready to eat crow on that.
You know him. He loves, just showcasing things that he finds to be interesting, but he's on such another level that a lot of the stuff he thinks is like the coolest thing ever. Like not a lot of people get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just kind of feel like it's going to be a lot of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy to learn more about this game. A lot of people still were saying like, $70 game. I didn't play the original.
Yes.
They need to sell me some more on what this game could feature.
I agree.
Does it feel small right now, even after that first 45-minute direct? This might be a good opportunity, 60 minutes. For
Demo?
him to,
Shadow drop a demo? Thoughts on that?
They could shadow drop the demo that we played at Gamescom.
That one, they were skipping around a lot of stuff. That was not a standalone demo.
Maybe they can
So
just
maybe
do
they have done that.
city trial, just like a demo on that. Tutorial plus city trial.
Limited time demo.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, well, I played this game.
Yeah, limited time.
I played a whole bunch of this weekend.
Yeah.
Like a test fire.
Test fire.
Yeah, Kirby test fire.
A test Kirby.
Featuring Poppy Brothers.
You just want Poppy
Maybe
Brothers.
that's to be the new title of the game. Kirby Air Riders featuring Poppy Brothers. Yes.
Brought to you by Poppy Brothers.
And introducing the Poppy Brothers. Good. Like a sitcom. I like that. There was another story from Bloomberg, who always is somehow able to get some interesting information. They got some sources about Nintendo. They said that suppliers have been asked to pick up the pace on production of the Switch 2 with the goal of making enough for Nintendo to sell 25 million Switch 2s by the end of the fiscal year. And that, of course, ends at end of March 2026.
Correct.
That's a lot of Switch 2s.
That's a lot of Switch 2s.
Man.
Whoa. Have they changed their forecast?
Well,
What is the forecast?
so it says here, the analyst sales estimate was around 17.6 units by the end. I can't remember exactly what their forecast was, but we do have a comparison with the original Nintendo Switch, which sold about 15 million in the first year.
Okay.
And then the best year that the Switch had was around 27 million sold in 2020, the year of the pandemic.
Yes.
So for them to say year one, we're going to do 20, that's not even a full year because the thing came out in June. We're going to do 25 million.
It's
I mean,
very ambitious.
that like, I think if you extrapolate that out, like you're surpassing the best year that the Nintendo Switch ever had.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, their install base is big.
My gosh.
They are confident maybe in what they have maybe there's, I mean, they've been already selling very well, period. So they're at last week we did this. They sold 2.4 million so far.
You can go back to your own notes if you need to refer to that.
Do you remember?
I don't remember that, no. And clearly you don't either.
No, that's
so
what,
don't
that's
bring
what
it up.
is. That's what it is. They've sold 2.4 million
In what
so
region?
far. I don't know if it's global.
Let's
I don't know
let's
if
not
it's
go down
global.
this path, yes.
So I'm just wondering how much they need to sell in the remaining months.
Well, like we said last week, this is Q4, this is where it's big, and this has been the trick that they have been able to pull off with the system, is having it basically constantly in stock, and like not just in stock, like plentifully in stock, to the point where nobody can ask a question of like, if I go to a store, can I get a Switch 2? The answer is just yes.
I guess
So,
unless you're in Japan and it's still on lottery.
somehow Japan is still a little bit behind. I'm going to Japan in about a month, and I will
report back.
I will report and I will check in
on the situation,
and I will share what I find. And I'll be sure not to bring you a Nintendo magazine because you're just going to throw it in the trash.
Yeah, I don't want one.
Good, you're not going to get one.
Bring me back something else.
Good, but wow, that'll be an exciting thing to track.
Oh my gosh!
So many momentum announcements.
Are they going to make it
for Nintendo to make?
I want to know if they're going to make it. That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know.
Huge number. It's a huge
stretch
number.
goals.
Stretch goals like 30 million or something.
Stretch the stretch goals. Yes.
It's a lot. We're
going to end on sort of it is a sad piece of news that Tomonobu Itagaki, who was the founder of Team Ninja, has passed away at only the age of 58. Mm-hmm. And this was shared on his Facebook page. He had, I guess, pre-written a message.
Yes, he did.
Seems like he knew the end was perhaps in sight. Said, and this is from the longer post, which you can find if you want to read the whole thing. The flame of my life is finally about to go out. If this message has been posted, that means the time has come. I am no longer in this world. My life was a constant battle, and I kept on winning. I also caused a lot of trouble along the way. I take pride in having fought through it all, following my own convictions. I have no regrets. I only feel deep sorrow that I couldn't deliver a new work to all my fans. That's just how it is.
Aww.
Wow.
That's sad.
And, he, after leaving Team Ninja, had a bit of a challenge in development. And, he did Devil's Third, and, we've talked about that a little bit. Mm-hmm. But, I don't know, maybe it's like undersold now, like how big of a figure he was in that sort of like early 2000 to 2010 era of gaming, when like Dead or Alive was a pretty like big up and coming new fighting game series, and he was like going out of his way to troll Tekken.
Yes.
Which
he definitely had this very like big personality.
Yes.
And we've met him before.
And he cultivated this persona.
He has this persona, yeah.
Exactly. When did you meet it? Because I don't think I ever met him, actually. When did you meet him? Was it the Devil's Third E3?
It was, yes. Okay. Yes, and I remember working a little bit with him. And my initial sort of like perception of him is like, gosh, I only know him from this very like larger than life persona that he had. But when you actually talk to him and you actually like one-on-one with him, he's just like this really nice guy.
Right.
And this persona is obviously some sort of a bit of like a thing that he's doing to have fun and kind of be that way with fans and stuff like that. But he certainly is just a very sweet person.
Yeah.
So it's very sad. He's very young, So it's really too bad.
It is interesting how you see this more so with Japanese developers. Like they do try to have this external way of presenting themselves that's very like rock star-ish. And like for some people, like it's more real than it is for others. And sometimes it's like a very laughable, like I'm seeing right through this.
Yeah.
But you definitely could tell like he was pretty entrenched in that. And I think he was a pretty hard living kind of guy.
Yeah.
Which is
definitely
why
living like the rock star
I was
life.
Definitely saddened to see this news. I wouldn't say I was completely shocked to see it, unfortunately, based on just what I know about him and what we've heard over the years. So that's just sort of a sad reality of it. But I think it's a good time to kind of go back to his work and really appreciate it more. And it's cool that there is the new Ninja Gaiden game that just came out.
Right.
Because from him like rolling from Dead or Alive, and then he was doing like the beach volleyball games, which were something, but into Ninja Gaiden, which was like a legit like, oh, this is like an all-timer game.
Right.
That was like, wow, what a like shot of legitimacy that gave him. It's like, yeah, he can do all sorts of different things. Like he can do this like super serious, super hard, kind of like kicked off that whole, games are hard, and that's a cool thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Before that, like that was something that was not really appreciated the way that it is now, and he kind of kicked that off. But it's like, well, God, there's a lot of different colors to my rainbow. I can do this.
Yeah, the range is amazing.
I can work on these jiggle physics. I can do this fighting game. I can argue with Harada. I can do it all. So, yeah.
Yeah. I did see some really nice posts from from Harada and others that
there's so many of the Japanese
developers
were coming
coming out and
Yes.
sharing stories about him
Yeah.
and stuff. So yes, it was a great outpouring
Yes.
of love for
Well
him.
deserved,
When
yes.
very well deserved. So rest in peace.
We are moving on to the questions from our community, and as always, we get them from our Patreon community. That's patreon.com/KitandKrysta. Check us out if you would like to ask us a question. Let's start with a question from Earl Grey. I want to talk about review embargoes because I think they often reveal something about the way the developers view the game or what specifically they want players to be surprised by. Many recent Pokemon Legends ZA reviews mention in the text of the review itself that the embargo was annoyingly strict. I remember in the 3DS era many similar things happened. Kotaku published an article expressing frustration that they weren't allowed to discuss the special post-game worlds in Super Mario 3D Land, which doubled the length of the game. And most hilariously, to my memory, reviews of the remake of Luigi's Mansion for 3DS were not allowed to reveal the name of Guigi, who made his debut there about a year before Luigi's Mansion 3 released. Are there any difficulties or funny incidents with specific review embargoes that you remember from your time at Nintendo? In general, are there any thoughts you have on the benefits and risks of a strict embargo? Thanks for your time.
Oh my God, the embargo.
Well, we were involved in many of these
examples.
We have talked specifically about the Mario 3D Land
that was
one,
bad.
which was actually a surprise to us as well.
That was the worst part. We also didn't know.
We also were not
told. We got
told.
to the end of the game and we were like, wait a second.
Thanks, Treehouse.
What's this?
What's all this?
And we looked like dumb people.
We wouldn't want you to be sharing a spoiler as just a lowly PR person / an idiot. So we couldn't tell you. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, the only difference between you and I is that you have a dev unit and I don't.
You're behind a locked door.
But whatever, we're not counting these things, right? We're not counting these. The other one that was in a recent memory of like one of the worst embargoes ever was Kid Icarus.
That's up there.
That was like a 4-page embargo, I believe.
The thing with that one was so that game has just all these items and things.
Yes.
And there was no rhyme or reason to, you can talk about this one, but you can't talk about this one. And the way that you played the game, like a lot of times it was very random, like what you would get. So this was when a lot of outlets were trying to do more video coverage. They're like, I can't do anything on this game because as I'm just normally playing, this stuff is just popping up. And it was like, sorry? Like Sakurai himself made this embargo. Like we are not getting any. We're not getting in. He did it for a reason. We're not getting any wiggle room on this. No. Yeah. Sometimes you can push back. If it's like, here's the embargo, you can push back.
The Zelda devs were good at being pushed back on.
Yes. Very good.
I remember many times where they were like, we should embargo the story. I'm like, no, we shouldn't.
Yeah.
No, we shouldn't. Pokemon embargoes are also notoriously annoying and very complicated. And we will say that there's a lot of confusion sometimes between the preview embargo and the review embargo, which can cause a lot of issues where like the preview embargo usually is more early game stuff. And then the review embargo, there's so many restrictions on things that a lot, for Pokemon especially, a lot of times they just don't want you to spoil things. And they just get so, it's so nitty gritty that it makes it almost impossible for media to do anything or anyone doing a review to share like an actual full-fledged opinion because the embargo is so restrictive. We are not fans of this at all. Like whenever we consult anybody on how to do an embargo, like we're always like
less is more.
Less is more.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're very clear and concise about the things that you absolutely have to embargo. Because sometimes wording is an issue too. Like we would have to edit embargoes that are just poorly written.
Right, because they're like, doesn't make sense. I interpreted this as this other thing.
Exactly.
And it's like, we hadn't actually thought of it that way.
Yeah.
But you're right. So let's send a revision out of this.
And then some people won't ask, interpret it the wrong way.
Don't have to. You don't have to.
And then they're like, and then people get mad. They're like, well, you just broke the embargo.
Right.
It's like, well, you didn't write it the right way.
Right, it was unclear. So... yeah, it is really only like the top echelon games that can do this sort of stuff, especially these days when there's so many games. Like literally, like you get an embargo that's so complicated. It's like, well, I'll just wait until this thing comes out.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it.
So that I don't have to deal with this. So IGN, specifically for Legends ZA, they did not have a review out day one because they said, A, we didn't have very much time with this game, and B, the embargo was too much.
Yeah.
So...
wait for a score later.
Based on this formula... we're just going to wait a little bit longer. We're going to wait until the game is properly out, and that gives us more time to play it. And I think, was it yesterday that they just dropped their review? So I give them a lot of credit.
I think that's great.
For that. And that's hard to do in this kind of era where it's this rush to,
be first,
get in there and get in the SEO and all that. So I give them a lot of credit for that, but it's not something that everybody can do or wants to do or is comfortable doing. So it's a tricky spot for people.
Yeah. I would not recommend in this day and age to have like the world's most complicated embargo. And definitely don't treat people like idiots and pull the wool over their eyes on the scope of your game. Like, that's just dumb. You should absolutely be transparent about that. Yeah.
Kirby Air Riders embargo. Can't wait to hear the Kotaku.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Can't wait to read all about that.
Oh, that's gonna be. Next, think about, that's like the Kid Icarus thing again, where like random items are going to be embargoed. Random encounters will be embargoed.
Yes. Lucafied asks, Nintendo recently announced they'd be opening their first UK store as a pop-up in London later this month. As somebody from the UK, this is super exciting, as I've been to a couple of the other Nintendo stores and regret not buying some of the merch, particularly the Animal Crossing homeware. A month or so ago, Nintendo held a small Pikmin Bloom pop-up in the city, and it was super fun seeing a swarm of Londoners with Pikmin hats on. As for my question, do you think this could be Nintendo testing the waters for a Europe store, ideally London? If not, why do you think Nintendo hasn't done one in Europe yet? It seems like a missed opportunity. And yes, right before we came in here, we saw, I guess this is open now, we saw pictures from Andy Robinson of VGC who was there. Looked nice. It did look a little small.
Yeah, it is a pop-up.
It looked about the size of this room that we are recording this podcast in, to give some sense of the size.
The line must be crazy if it's a tiny little space.
Right, but it did have the same look and feel as the Nintendo stores, and if that's all you got, that's really exciting, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to go to that.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a chance, a rare opportunity to revise a bad take that you had.
No.
Which, we get asked this question a lot. And last time we were asked, you said people in Europe just don't care. It would not be a success to open a Nintendo store in Europe.
It's like Disneyland in Paris.
And I think I strongly disagree, so I'm giving you a chance to maybe reconsider.
I think there's small groups of very, very fanatical Nintendo fans that would care. Okay. But they're just like they're too like sophisticated to want this stuff. Is still my opinion. This is why Disneyland. There's like great think piece articles about why Disneyland in Paris was such a failure, because that is just not. They haven't closed it down. But no one
still
goes.
There.
That is just not like something. This kind of showcase of fandom is just not something they do. But who knows? Maybe this is something around testing the waters. Maybe I still think a store would be very successful there. But I do get the sense that like the other challenges that NOE has, where every city is so different. They have such challenges with language barriers, with cultural barriers. It's just so much harder than what Japan has to deal with, where it's a very homogenous population of people. So
all you have to do is put it in one of these, like London, Paris, one of these tourist hubs.
Yeah, and tourists will be there.
Even just like remove the actual locals who live in these cities, in these countries. Like there are so few of these stores that alone would. True. And there are so many tourists constantly coming through those cities, that will take care of itself.
Right. That's true. Tourists will definitely go to it.
Worst case, put Mario in a Liverpool football jersey, and there you go, sold.
Oh, London Bridge.
You want to talk about fandoms? There we go. We've got the Champions League set of Mario and Bowser's and the Tottenham and all these Nottingham Forest and all this such. Yes.
Manchester
Are these
United.
real teams or not? I don't follow proper football.
Only because I watched Ted Lasso.
Yeah, I don't know. They should have done. They should do this. Just do it. What are you waiting for?
Maybe it's coming soon.
What are you waiting
for? It's truly coming soon.
Pop up.
Better than no pop.
Oh, man.
At least you got something.
Poor Europe.
At least you get something.
Poor Europe. Pip319 asks, I'm curious, Kit and Krysta, if you are worried about AI taking your viewership. If people can soon generate their own podcasts that imitate the greats, is there really any incentive to watch real creators? How many people are watching for their own entertainment versus wanting to support a real person? This is a question we've been getting a lot lately, maybe because we've been doing videos about AI and its role with Nintendo. But I think it's just something that's on a lot of people's minds.
Yeah, I mean, there's always some, discussion happening right now because AI is so much part of the daily conversation now of like, what job is it taking next? Like all those articles say like entry-level jobs for basically every industry is gone now because of AI.
Yeah.
And so what are poor college students going to do when they come out of university? If there's no entry-level jobs, how are they going to get jobs? I think there are certain things around AI that you and I always watch very closely. There are certain things around AI that is already happening now. We talked about recently how YouTube sent us a notification that was like, your podcasts are now being translated into different languages. And if you're in that region, you may get like our podcast auto-served to you. Dubbed. In your language.
Right.
And there's been, definitely people that are like, I don't like this. I would like to view it in the original English of you guys speaking.
Which you still can.
Which, of course, you still can.
Yeah.
But we have seen comments from people that are like, I like this. I am not a native English
I'm not a great at English
speaker. Yeah. And this is the only way I can consume your content.
Right.
So it goes both ways. But, these are things that are kind of already happening in that AI space that we're watching very carefully.
Right. I think there's two things that are, favorable to us, and we'll see. This is all like, we don't know, we'll see. Two things are, we have been doing this now for a good long time. If you count the Nintendo Minute stuff, it's like over 10 years. So, there is kind of, people do have a sense of association with us and like what we deliver. And, we hear from people, it's like, I just want to hear what you guys have to say. So it's like, people know, the unique things that we're going to say that I don't think a fake version of us would be able to match. Or it's like, I actually want the real version of this because I've been watching it for 10 years.
Yeah.
So I actually think the people. So I think the people that are going to be more impacted, depending on where this goes, are people who are like, I'd like to become a content creator.
Yeah.
What are you going to have to do to differentiate yourself from something that's maybe not real if people don't know
who you are in the
going
first
into
place.
It already? Those are the people who I think are going to be at a severe disadvantage.
Yeah.
And that's not a great thing to think about.
Right.
The second thing is, we share a lot of, insider perspective and story and knowledge about Nintendo that frankly an AI does not have.
Yeah.
So, that's something that we will.
They could train off of us though.
Sure, but it's limited. It's limited to the things that we've already said. So
That's right,
now we're telling you this new story. It's like no, literally nobody's heard this before.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's something that we've always felt good as a differentiator, just in the current state of YouTube, and I think will always be just a unique thing.
Yeah.
Unless Doug Bowser decides to start the D-Bows podcast.
Collab incoming.
Maybe we could be guests on his podcast.
The D-Bows. The D-Bows podcast featuring Kit and Krysta. Yeah. I love it.
So,
I love it.
Yeah, this is all we shall see stuff, but
it's absolutely things that are happening. It's happening in real time, right? Happening in real time. So we're just very carefully evaluating stuff, making changes that we need to make sure that it is truly the content that we, as humans want to make and put out there. Like that's the only thing we can control,
but
right?
Like we were talking about in the misinformation video, and we talked about this in some other videos as well, I have a very not optimistic take on like, will people seek out real people, content made by real people versus AI? I think a lot of people are not going to be able to tell the difference. A lot of people are not going to know.
Right.
Like, oh, did you know that's not a real bro? What? I didn't know that.
So hard. Even me, I get tricked all the time.
Right. Or even if they did find out, like, well, I don't care. I like this. So
that's right. It's entertaining.
I'm not optimistic that people will be like, yes, I need to support a human being versus a robot. Yeah. Like I'm not sure that's
especially as
the direction
more people
it's headed.
Grow up in the age of
yes,
AI,
that's just
and that's
all
they know.
Right.
That's all they know.
Well, I've got my robot girlfriend, and she's great, and I'm listening to this robot podcast, and I'm about to go do my robot job, which is not okay.
He's not going to have a robot job. He's
going
to have no job.
Yeah, so I don't know. Last question is from Angel Aid. I am catching up on the podcast and was interested by your comments on Chris Meledandri being on Nintendo's board and the value of external perspectives on their board. My question is, if the opportunity came up, would you join Nintendo's board? Why or why not?
Oh my God,
so,
no.
I did include here, this is from the official Nintendo page. This is the board of directors right now. So let's go through all of them. So Mr. Furukawa, yes. Mr. Miyamoto, yes. Mr. Takahashi, yes. Mr. Shibata, NOA CEO, yes.
Yes.
Ko Shioda, do you know who he is? He's the head of hardware.
Yes.
Mr. Beppo, we know him.
Yes.
And then so we have, and those are all of the internal board members. And now they have these three people who are lumped under outside directors, members of the board. Chris Meledandri, obviously we know him. Miyoko Demei.
This is the one from Tiffany & Co.
And
that
I have
talking
included
about.
a screenshot of her LinkedIn page here.
Oh, very nice.
Because I wanted to double check all of the stuff that she has been doing. So, Senior Executive Global Luxury Business, and she was, former president Tiffany and Company Japan.
Yeah.
But she's doing
a lot
of other stuff.
But luxury business brand is interesting.
Yes. And
interesting
then
perspective.
this other guy, Kazuhiko Hachiya, who is a real wild card. I don't know how I would categorize what he does.
Yeah, he seems to be
Almost like an artist?
experimental artist.
Free thinker.
He's a professor at Tokyo University. And he also has developed like a lot of his own brands and products.
I'll just read the first sentence of this and you can make of it what you will.
Very interesting.
Prior to his work on experimental airplanes and hovercraft, I'll dramatically pause there, Hachiya joined Spazio Institute for Advanced Thinking in 1989 before becoming a top boss at doll company Petworks. Okay, wow. Are you am I gonna get a sentence like that in my obituary?
I love to have dinner with Mr. Hachiya. That sounds
what in the world?
Hachiya-san, please.
So he's a
please have
professor
dinner
of
with me.
fine arts at Tokyo University.
Sounds like an amazing
director
person.
of the Arts Media Center at the Tokyo University of the Arts. He's got an app. He's very much like
a Renaissance man.
I'm blanking on the guy, the Earthbound guy. Why am I blanking on his name?
The Earthbound. Ito.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, he's very much like that, where he's like, I got a lot of creative things going here, and I'm thinking in a Nintendo way. I'm thinking differently about a lot of different things. I love it.
Sounds like a very interesting, well-rounded person.
It's a very non-traditional pick for something like this, but I like it. I think
it a
it's
lot.
a good fit.
It's good to have some outsider perspective,
Yeah, and again, I can't speak to the norm in Japan, but from a Western perspective, you're getting mostly outsiders on your board of directors, and you're keeping the CEO honest, and that's who they report to. So versus, it's like, I saw this guy at lunch, and I had a meeting with him. It's like, the board meeting is just any other meeting that you're having, because it's like, I see these guys all the time.
You need to seek these different perspectives.
Right. It's like, what other conversations are we having? What fresh ideas are being introduced? So they have these three. I believe there's also some others that are kind of have a slightly different role from this group that are also outside of the company. But yeah, this is all fresh, like within the last 10 years. Yeah. So we'll see how that evolves.
Would you like to be a board member?
No, but I would like to be a shareholder. Go to those meetings.
You want to tap your foot.
And ask a
provocative
question about the food I've been served.
Yes. You're selling 25 million Switch 2s, but I did not enjoy this croissant curry.
Are these the freshest rice balls you had?
Croissant curry?
Did you get these at the 7-Eleven?
Not the vibe.
No, or the Lawson. I'd like to know.
The Lawson. Family chicky.
I'm more of a Lawson guy.
You're going to get to eat family chicky soon.
You bet I am.
Oh boy, how I'm jealous.
I'm gonna have
Bring me back a family chicky.
That's not how it works.
Bring it back for me the day that you're flying out.
No.
Why?
No.
I'll eat it still. But the family chicky.
I won't. Those are the questions.
Wow.
And don't forget to subscribe to us at patreon.com/KitandKrysta, where you can get, the Luigi's Mansion 3 spoiler cast, the weekly bonus Q&A, the behind the scenes, our incredible Discord community that is exclusively for Patreon subscribers, and so much fun.
Wow. We're also on the social. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Blue Sky, and Threads.
you're watching this on video on YouTube, we'd love it if you could subscribe, give the podcast a thumbs up, and leave us a comment to read. And if you are listening on audio services like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you can also subscribe, give the podcast a 5-star rating, and leave a written review. These things really help us a lot.
Thank you. All right, let's shout out some wonderful Patreon community members, starting with Final Boss, Aaron Hash.
There's Aaron Hash.
Still has the tap pick.
Aaron Hash got a spooky themed gift box.
He did.
In October. Has he received this yet? Should we say what it is? No, we should not say.
No.
He may not have opened it yet.
Gotten it yet.
But it's spooky,
yeah,
so be warned,
it's
Aaron Hash.
thematic.
Be warned.
Superstars, Ben Eichhorn,
Mario Mayhem.
Eigenverse,
Kiss My Flapjack.
Mike Chin,
Roy Eschke.
Switching It Up _
VGM Life.
Link, the hero of wins,
Angela Bycroft.
Thomas O'Rourke,
Kyle LaBeouf.
Roberto Nieves,
Frederick Ulf Conradson.
Andrew Uhas,
Chili.
Simon,
Crushuri.
Master Discord,
Ash.
Ajay Kunlas,
40 Gig.
Travis Torline,
Echo Ladare.
That's So Linnell,
MSM Poke Gamer.
Cameron,
R. Burns.
Igummy,
Get 10K.
Adrian,
Nathan Clover.
and the Shark Among Men.
With the One Up Club, you last week were going.
I wanted to shuffle.
You had a love letter for shuffling based on your love of the iPod Shuffle, and it was joked that we should shuffle the names for the One Up Club.
We tried to.
And we tried our darndest. We tried all these things. I was like, put this in a random order, do this. None of these things could do it.
It was weird.
It would get like halfway, and then it would just like wig out, or it would change the names. I was like, what is happening here?
It also did a thing where it just repeated the same name over and over again, which was weird.
So I'm gonna keep you on your toes. We're gonna do it backwards this time. So that's kind of like a reverse shuffle, right?
Okay, ready?
Because you love shuffling, so you should be able to do this perfectly,
We're
right? And I'm gonna get started with Zoid.
Zero Link.
Zapati. Whoa! What just happened?
Nothing.
Oh.
Zelgaroth.
Zachary S.
William Breimer.
Wicked Davy.
WG Grizzy.
Waffles.
Virtual Bot.
Viridian.
Vinny to the K.
Vitch Michter.
Victor MK.
Tyler Geis.
Tylander 16.
Tusku.
Tugs Puppy Bear.
Trevor Collins.
Trick Jowie.
Totamaru.
Totally Joe Ed.
Torcheeks.
Token 777.
Titanium Soldier.
3 Rivers.
Thomas Alvarez.
Oh, the T-Man. There's a...
The Sarah T.
The quiet one.
The Keggers.
Teal Fox 64.
Tay 120 and 64.
Tandem.
Tamer Runs with Hammer.
Tales of Link.
Symbiote Spidey.
Nerdy, Super Nerdy Human.
Pseudo Priest.
Stuart Bradley.
Stephen Rockoff.
Stephen Johnson.
Steel Citron.
Star Fox Melancholy.
Spicy Munchkin.
Spacey Pooh.
Schnaddle.
Shomp.
Schmiggles.
Slowbro.
Shiny Elizabeth.
Shinryu.
Sharif Jackson.
Sega.
Sebastiano Garase.
Sanuki Tanuki.
Salkin 20XX.
Sage Gamer.
Ryanetta.
Ryan Haas.
Rocks.
Romsky 113.
Robbie DLC.
Rob O.
Rob M.
Reckless Thomas.
Rain Tech.
Punky.
Prof Clive.
Prince Charmless.
Prime Factor.
Pokey Digifan 20.
Pepsi Pepe.
Paul Gale Network.
Paul.
Patrice Millette.
Paper Boat.
Bandy.
Omega Index Card.
Pepsi Pepe. No. Oliver Went.
Noah-san.
Ninja 11.
Nintendo 64.
Nasuchu.
Nigba Reeves.
Knife E.
Nasir.
My Tran.
Mr. Bendu 101.
Mr. Beans and Dip.
Mr. Andy Pong.
Motomania.
Mr. Ryan 07.
Mikey.
Michael Wong.
Michael O'Hara.
Michael Mazer.
May plus Leon.
Megan.
Maverick Nate.
Matthias Smith.
Marky Man 64.
Mario Man 392.
Magnificent Easy G plus Callie Marie.
Mad Dog 5981.
Macho Potato.
Lynn.
Luna B.
Luke Hayabusa Kramer.
Luigi Kid 64.
Linton.
Linko.
Link 9898.
Lex.
Leah Rao.
Lazy Cat for Coffee.
Kyle R. Smith.
Kyle Kretzer.
Kyle 325.
Kyle Gamer Barry Rookie.
Kilo Kiba.
Kevin Marino.
Kevin Delane.
Kawa 2796.
Callan CPU 57.
J Wolf.
Justin Lemminger.
Juju Fruit.
Joshua Clements.
Joshua Gunter.
Jordan Hemmerly.
John Comboy.
Jonathan Rowe.
Joe Encarnacion.
Jason Ball 34.
James.
Jameson Eisenberg.
Jabari White.
Jay Rando.
Ivan Cito.
It's your boy J-Hove.
Iris Marin.
Ira Bell.
I may have made a mistake.
Heyo Jose.
Guilty Phoenix 42.
Jin Wolf.
Jeremy.
Gartooth.
Garf the Wolf.
Gamer Nerd 78.
Gamers Like Anime.
Fox Deploy.
Fernie and Just Forever.
Fairbound.
Esparts 50.
Elite Peach.
Eccentric Tony.
Dude Dad Life.
Dre.
Doiko.
Dinkum and Popplecon.
And Dinkum.
Debbie P.
Dachshund.
Daniel S.
Daniel E. Or Dallas E.
Oh, Dag DeLeo.
Cynical Squid.
Sea Roper 17.
Captain Alex.
Cosmic Titan 171. No. Cosmic Titan 718.
Colleen Finnegan.
Chunky Con.
Christopher Lay.
Christina.
Crispysaurus.
Chris Fisher.
Chicken.
Shelly Squirrel.
Chadir.
Cedric Benson.
Cashew.
Captain Nintendo Player.
Call Sign Forte.
Bucky Flores.
Bruce Dash.
Brovac Novak.
Brian Decker.
Brent Jennison.
Brandon Cavapel.
Bob Cleflin.
Big End Gamer. Oh, Biscuit.
Big and Gamer with a Y.
Berserker.
Bates.
Barnstorm.
Bad Moon Horizon.
Bino.
Awesome 46.
Astro Dev.
Astro Void.
Aristu.
Angel Aid.
Andy Robinson.
Oh no. Alejandro Arizco Borrego.
Ali Alejandro.
Aldo.
Ein Evelith.
Adrian W.
Adcole 2000.
And Aaron Burgundy.
Oh, that wasn't so bad actually.
My brain kind of
You were really you were like an iPad kid playing Fortnite over here with your APMs. What were you doing?
I was trying to follow along. It's like the spelling bee kid that writes the spelling on their hand. It's like that.
It's like, what is happening over here?
I couldn't see.
Did you appreciate the half shuffle? The reverse shuffle?
It was different. Anyways, I guess it was fun to have Zoroid go first.
Aaron Burgundy's like, what, my streak of always being first is broken?
Oh.
Almost 200 podcasts later?
Aaron Burgundy.
Are you kidding me?
In the front row of every live show.
I know. You finally betrayed me.
Betrayed him.
This is it.
All right. Well, that was a fun episode. Hopefully you guys are all enjoying Pokemon Legends ZA. We're going to wrap it up and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.